Hi, Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker here tonight. Success. I want to talk about it because I think it's important. You're successful all of the time, and I want to help set you up for success. So, when you start looking at success, is it intimidating? It certainly was to me for quite a long time. So, let's look at where in your life you're successful. Like, for instance, hey Deb, Kevin, nice to see you. Thanks, Anita, for popping on. So tonight I'm going to talk about success. And what what just happened was I forgot my light, so I've improvised. And what I did was I have this book by Marie Forleo called Everything is Figure Outable. So I didn't let the idea that I didn't have a light stop me. And so I feel extremely successful. I'm so successful that I brought Tigger along with me, because when you draw in the energy, the light energy, the playful energy, then it allows you to succeed and to accomplish things with a whole different energy. Hi, Paula, Joan, sweet. Kate, nice to see you. Sandy, hi. Marianne. So what I want to do on these Sunday evenings is I want to set us up for success for the week. And it's just 7 little days. I was just on a challenge for visibility for 5 days. And I got so inspired by that what I'm doing is I'm creating a challenge. It's called Fearless as Fuck in 5. And what we're going to do is we're going to get to a place where we trust ourselves. Now, if I hadn't have trusted myself a few minutes ago, I would have just gone, oh, I don't know how to do this. I can't do this. But as soon as I went, everything is figure outable. I went, okay, so let's figure it out. So I drug a bunch of chairs around. I propped up lights. Right now, my phone is being held up by barbells. So there is nothing you can't figure out. And you have years of success figuring it out and being successful at it, no matter what. You're walking, you're talking, you're right here, right now, right? So that's success. So define it for yourself. And what I started to think about a few minutes ago was, I learned how to crawl, and then I learned how to walk, and then I learned how to talk, and then it was all over. So but look back at all of your accomplishments. And this evening, when you're looking forward to your week, what I'd love for you to do is write down your accomplishments. What have you achieved so far in your life? That's a great place to start. You may not know this about me, but I trained as a registered nurse. I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a psychotherapist. I gave that up because my shamanic work and the bringing spirit into psychotherapy was something that really worked for me. It really worked for my clients. So I stopped being a psychotherapist. So look at your accomplishments. I'm a mom, I'm a boss, I'm a shaman. You have a whole bunch of accomplishments that you might not have looked at for a while about, how do I shine the light on who I really and truly am? So this evening, after we're done, sit down and write those out. Even if you start with, I've done nothing. Because if you're here, you're breathing, you're walking, you're talking, you are still on the planet. That's success. So look at how you define it for yourself, and then take that energy and move it into the week. What do you want to accomplish this week? I want to get my 5-day challenge so that you all can learn to trust yourself, because fearless is actually, that's what it's really about. I can trust that I can take care of this. That's fearless. It doesn't matter what comes. I know I can handle it. And when you get fearless AF, what ends up happening is that there's nothing going to stop you. Just because I left my beautiful light that makes me look radiant somewhere else, that didn't stop me for showing up. Hey, Heidi, nice to see you. So Just the act of showing up. Give yourself some kudos for that. Oh, thanks for the love. The thing that happens is that we talk to ourselves in ways that we wouldn't talk to a 3-year-old. So from this moment forward, now that this is going in your ears, what I want you to hear is that if you're talking to yourself, you're not allowed to say things that you wouldn't say to a 3-year-old. So you would never say, well, that was dumb. You just wouldn't say that. So you're not allowed to say it to yourself either. That will really assist you in looking at yourself as lovable, capable, and worthwhile, which are the 3 things that, you know, we all want to be. We all want to be loved. We all want to know that we can do something, you know, and we all have a purpose. So, and we all want to know that we're capable of doing what we say we're going to, which is why goal setting, coming together one evening before the week, is so valuable. So, you know, get out a journal. I have one. Look, this is beautiful. This is my horse journal. Horse was one of my first guides, and I've had this journal for a really long time, since before my mom crossed over. I was really afraid to use it for years because it was too beautiful. But recently I went, you know, that's really dishonoring of the horse, first of all, because when you have something and you're not using it, then it says to yourself, and that this is too valuable for me. I'm not worthy of that. So let's not do that. I want to have a tarot look at the upcoming few days so that it kind of gives you a heads up. So here we are. We're still on Sunday, and we're still in justice. This talks about, you know, the fairness. Are things fair? And in actuality, I bet you all heard your parents say this. Nobody said it was fair. But this is deeper than that. Where we want to look is, where are we being unfair with ourselves? You can see the scales here. So you want to bring things to you and then go, oh, is this reciprocal for me? Does this work for me? I'm giving my energy. Am I getting equal energy back? And you know, in the olden days, it used to be that the judge would sit there and he would listen to one person. And then he would hear the story. And he would take it under advisement. He would turn, he would hear the other story, take that under advisement, and then make a judgment based on what was right, true, and beautiful for both parties, not what we have now. So, for yourself, where are you out of balance? Where can you cut away a few things that are maybe sucking your energy that you really don't need to be giving energy to? Asking people to be accountable really allows you to step back and let them do that. And holding yourself accountable. You know, I said I would be here tonight, and so lights be damned, you know, I figured it out. I got one over there, I've got one over here. It's not what I wanted, but it's good enough. And so let me speak to perfection. Because oftentimes we stop ourselves because we say, oh, it's not quite right, or I couldn't show up, or I'm wearing my Tigger sweatshirt. Well, I just went and reviewed something. I'm doing some mentoring, and I went and looked at my mentor, and she had a pink sweatshirt on with a rainbow, and I can have Tigger. So give yourself permission to show up however you show up. And, you know, the next time I show up, well, probably not, because that's tomorrow night when I talk about Made It Through Mondays. How did your goals go? Did you set yourself up for success? So it will improve, and things will, when you focus, it's not so much what you focus on expands. It's where your energy goes. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So, think about that. What are you putting your attention on? How is that making your life better? And bring things into balance. This is really about, stopping and slowing down. Taking a breath before you go and do something, getting into your car and then just stopping for a moment. When I get into my car, I don't always remember to put protection all around myself. I'll be driving along and I'll go, oh, I forgot my protection. And then I put protection around my car. You want to walk in a way that you always feel protected. So begin by bringing things into balance. Take a breath before you dash madly out your door to go somewhere. Gather yourself up. And so that's the influence for today. Now, tomorrow, Monday, which is actually Moon's Day. Today is Sun's Day. Tomorrow is Moon's Day. Tuesday, I think, now somebody might have to help me with this. I can't remember if it's Bridget's Day, but I believe it is. Wednesday was Woden's Day. Thursday is Thor's Day. Friday is Freya's Day. And Saturday is Saturn's Day. And then now none of us remember any of that because we aren't taught any longer. But this is how we honored the ancient gods. And they're still being honored every day with not any of us knowing about it. So Moon's Day is tomorrow. This says that a lot of us will be at a crossroads. We've actually made a decision. We have our walking stick in our hand. The reason that I know that we've made a decision is because one of the wands, passion, fire, drive, connection to the divine, is stuck in the ground. So, Moon's Day is meant to be emotional. Sunday, you revered the sun. Tomorrow, you'll revere the moon. And with that comes emotions. So make a decision. You already have. You might not have acknowledged it to yourself. And this often happens. And know that you're ready to take the next step, whatever that is for you. And then Tuesday, we have another wand. So these 2 days, Moon's Day and then Tuesday, they come together and they really drive the passion and the fire. Here we're at a crossroads at 2. By Wednesday, we will have gone through all of that to come out the other side to emerge as the king. This particular king is absolutely fixated on his wand, on the passion, on the fire, on the drive. What can I do? Lizard down here wakes up your dreams. So if you've been waiting for someone, there's a song, can't remember the artist, it'll maybe come to me, John Mayer. Waiting on the world to change. Don't wait for the world to change. What did Gandhi say? Be the change. So when you're planful, when you sit down and you look at what do I want to accomplish this week, I have a number of emails to send out because I want you to know, Fearless AF, that you too can walk without fear and overcome anything. The only hold back for most of us is that we're afraid. And there are two emotions, love and fear. Jealousy, hurt, any of those must be true because my phone just dinged. So in the outside world, when myself or my clients or my students say something important, the outside world gives us a sign, synchronicities. So that's really important. Wake up your dreams. Don't wait for the world to get better out there. These are your dreams. And if you're not cultivating, you're going to be swept away by someone else's dreams. And then, are you true to yourself? So I'll review this. Today, cut away the old crap, really think about what matters. And then we have the influence tomorrow that you're going to be at a crossroads. You've actually made a decision. And it could be just because you're like, oh, what kind of crap can I cut? And then walk with that decision for a day. Then on Wednesday, it's time. Nope, sorry. I'm sorry. This is Monday, this is Tuesday. On Tuesday, it's time to wake up your dreams. And then Wednesday, here we have major arcana. The thing about this major arcana is that it's necessary. You know, what's going on in the world right now is really necessary. It's eye-opening. Sometimes it's a little traumatic. It's a little shocking. It's a little making you sad. But it's time for us to wake up our own dreams and start bringing those into reality. The way that that happens isn't by holding on to the past. And it isn't by thinking that, well, you know, there's nothing I can do. Because what we know is that we have this week, we have justice today. So cleave away, cut away all the crap. Only leave. When you start to craft your week, and I really strongly suggest that you do this, when you start to do this, cut away stuff that isn't important. You know, figure out what your priorities are for this week. Like I told you, I'm starting Fearless as Fuck, a challenge, and we're going to start it on the 7th of October. So I have a lot of things to do between now and then to get you excited as I am about really ditching the fear, coming out the other side, being, you have to understand that fear is not your enemy. Fear is actually saying, oh my God, you're on the right track because you're scared about it. You know, complacency and just sitting back in my easy chair here is not going to get anything done in my life or out there. So when you go, oh, you know what? I may never be fearless, but I can overcome that feeling and take the next step. That's what this is all about. Really being at a place where you're at a crossroads. Are you ready? Well, apparently you are, because along about Tuesday comes the King of Wands, who says, what are your dreams? Fixate on them. Use the energy of the lizard. And I'll go out there and get Ted Andrews' book, or look at Mythic Encyclopedia and look up lizards. They wake up your dream. They're all about the fire. Hi, Cindy. Joni, nice to see you. Val, sweet. Jennifer, nice. And then here we come to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, yikes. Okay, so this is one of the things when things go awry and they're not quite, you know, don't have my little light, I didn't have this, it's not quite set up the way that I might want it to be, then it knocks us off our center. So I'm just going to take a little breath here before I talk to you about this. And you take a little breath too. So what we have here is we have the Tower, necessary destruction for positive reconstruction. How many times has this happened in your life? How many times were you going along and you went, oh, this is not quite where my life wants me to be or where I want my life to be. And then you have to let all of that go and just be willing to sit for a moment. Now, you know, if I had have sat for a moment before I hopped on, I might have remembered which day it was, but I didn't. And so, you know what? I got through it. So I want to tell you a little something about manifesting. I want to share a manifestation story. When I first came to Seattle, it was 1991. I decided that I wanted a house, a 3-bedroom house with a fireplace. I wanted a view of the water, and I love to garden, so I had to have that. It needed to be $500 a month or less, and I started my job in December. So in January of 1991, I put a little thing on my steering wheel. It said exactly what it was that I wanted. And I drove to work. I looked at that. I talked about it. I told people at work, this is what I'm manifesting. And they were like, but lo and behold, one of the people, I worked for an agency, and we dealt with children and family. Well, one of the people in adoption, she was having someone move out of the bottom of their house, and it was perfect for me. So I manifested that. Now, other people, when you manifest, it isn't necessarily going to happen boom like that. It can, but it took until it was my birthday actually in June. So I started in January, 6 months of I'm having this house, 3 bedrooms, fireplace, place to garden, view of the water, easy commute. And I ended up living in Kirkland, in this amazing house, 3 bedrooms, fireplace between the living room and the dining room. So both sides had that. If I climbed on the roof, I could see all of Lake Washington. If I didn't climb on the roof, I had about this much view over there. I got exactly what I said I was going to get because I said so. Now, I want to tell you one more story because I think this is important. So fast forward a couple of years, maybe this was 1992, maybe 93. I'd had my job for a while because I decided I should keep a job for 5 years. I'd never done that. And I said to myself and the universe, I'm going to buy a house. There's going to be no money down. There's going to be no closing costs. There's going to be none of that stuff. And my coworkers, well, that's just not how it works. And I was like, this is how it's going to work. No money down, no closing costs. So sure enough, I managed to buy a house. It was a really hot market then. You had to really hop quick. But I lost out in a couple of houses, and that just made me more determined. I'm going to get this house. These are going to be the parameters. And sure enough, I bought a house, no money down, no closing costs. So what you say, you draw into creation. So use these cards. Use the cleave away what's no longer serving you. Bring things into balance. And sometimes it's all in the 3 pounds that rests up there, and I'll talk more about that. Know that you're at a crossroads, but you have made a decision. You just haven't taken action on it. And then along comes the king who says, let's wake up your dreams. This is a huge journey from the 2 of Wands to the King of Wands all in one day. So watch for that. Watch for, I'm at a crossroads. Oh my God, add that dream. That's my dream. There's where I'm going. And then let the stuff that isn't serving any longer. These might be dreams, no. This might be beliefs that you have that you can't do what you want. You can't be successful. So when you hop off of here, here's a couple of tips for you. Write down all of your accomplishments, every single solitary one of them. I learned to crawl. Then I walked. And don't be stingy with acknowledging yourself. You got through grade 1. You probably got through grade 2. And then you went on to do other things. Write these things down. Writing them down concretizes them in your body. When they're concrete in your body, you can actually acknowledge that you've done some stuff. And then when times are wobbly, you can pull that out and you can go, oh my God, I've accomplished all of this. Bullshit, this isn't knocking me off my center. No way, I'm going to do this. So, I have 2 offerings. One of them is coming up on Wednesday. It's called The Power of Okay, let me do this again. I just get so excited. Okay, so it's called The Power of Inner Visioning. because if you can imagine it, you can do it. And sometimes even if you can't imagine, you can do it. We spend an hour. I take you through a process where you open to non-ordinary reality through a theta brainwave. The theta brainwave is actually one that gives you access to other states. It puts your brain into a theta state, opens it wide up. Miss Anita, I think, just popped the information on there for you. Yes, thank you, sweetheart. And then, so join me for that. We go through a process. It's really beautiful. You can use it over and over again, because my mission is not to have you need to come to me all of the time to do your things. My mission is to give you templates so that you can do the work yourself when you want to, and then just tap back in. And then we're going to do a 5-day challenge, Fearless as Fuck, how to learn to trust yourself. And that's going to begin on October the 7th. So look for those, and hop on tomorrow night when I check back. We made it through Monday, so that's a beautiful thing. So I'll be I'll be hopping on. So let me just check and see if anybody had any. Paula says, our words have power. What we speak and think are tools to use to manifest our future. Absolutely. So Val says she can't believe that her dreams didn't matter. Yeah, you know what? Create a dream, one that you think that you can't accomplish. How awesome is that? Just something that's a little bit out of touch. You know what? I didn't used to get on Facebook. Who knows? Maybe I made up crazy stories about it, but here I am. And if I can do it, you can. Yes, exactly. Well, the things from our past cause your fear, but they're maybe not in this moment. And sometimes if we can separate from that, then we can let go of that. And oftentimes we can become fearless in spite of what we've been told we have or who we are. So there you go. All right. Ed, hi. Nice to see you. Okay, everyone. I'm going to, unless you have a question or so, I'm going to pop off. And, but let me just give you a moment to, hey, Lori, nice to see you. Okay. Yes, use your imagination. To me, imagination is gateway to the soul. So when I'm imagining, when I'm asking my guides, and I'm in a place, if I'm just doing it in a meditative state, or if I'm using the drum to drop my brain into a theta state, then ask for assistance, and then watch for how it shows up. So the other day, another story. The other day, I was listening to Marie Forleo, and in her book, and what she talks about is she and her mom used to sit around the kitchen table and clip coupons. And then I pay attention to Joe Dispenza, and what Joe was talking about was setting your day, so that you envision your day, and then you say, and bring me something that lets me know that you're actually listening to me. So I heard Marie's story, and I was walking on the beach, and I looked down, and there was a coupon from a local store laying on the beach. I've never seen a coupon laying on the beach. So to me, that was the universe saying to me, hey, we're paying attention because you're paying attention. So when you ask, when you set your day, just like setting the week, I've told you before that I'm doing a 5-day online live challenge with me. It's called Fearless as Fuck, Fearless AF faff, and it's going to begin October the 7th. Now, if I was in trepidation about doing that, I would be holding myself back. So when I'm doing this, I can't have that hold back, even if I want to. I'm like, nope, I can't do that. We can't do that. So I look at, what do I want to accomplish tomorrow? What do I want to accomplish Tuesday? I have a list of things that I want to do. I want to set up some posts for you. I want to connect with some people. And I write it all down. And then I figure out my number one priority. Hi, Brittany. And then when I figured out my number one priority for the day, that's what goes at the top of the list. And when you're done, cross it off, check it off. I call it a to-do list because a to-do list has got low energy. But at the end, every time I do something, ta-da, and it makes me feel better, the list goes down and it encourages that energy. So, hey Margaret, nice to see you. So thank you everybody for hopping on. Plan your week, jump on tomorrow night, and let's look at what you achieved, what you hope to achieve. We're going to use the influence of you're at a crossroads tomorrow. So think about that. Are you at a crossroads? For some of us, we might just walk into work and quit or have a different plan. But where are you at a crossroads? Where are you ready to move beyond where you are now? So thanks. It was lovely hanging out with you. Bye-bye, everyone. Moving my barbell. Okay. You're welcome, Paula. Nice to see you. Bye, everybody. And if you have any questions or comments, just message me. If you want to know about Fearless as Fuck, just go ahead and text me. And if you don't have my phone number, it's all over the web. So go ahead and you can also text me. It's 425-750-0510. Love to hear from you. Bye, everybody. Don't let the light stop you. Or don't let the lack of light stop you.